Welcome to La Cosecha Coffee. Today I want to share with you 5 at-home coffee ideas. If this is a type of content that you're interested in, please consider subscribing.
Sometimes I take a walk, but I forget about the clock. I can slow down.
This is not a sponsored video, but you will find, and I will refer to affiliate links that are in the description below, and you can buy everything that I mentioned here in those links. The first tip I have for you is to buy whole bean. Whole bean coffee is the best thing you can do for your coffee's freshness. Coffee, when it's roasted, starts losing its freshness progressively. It gets worse once you grind it. According to the National Coffee Association, you should only be grinding the amount of coffee that you will consume in that moment. The other thing about getting whole bean coffee is that you can grind according to the method that you will use. For example, today I made French press coffee, and that's a type of grind that I'm not going to get into today. And yesterday I used my AeroPress, and I made a video about the AeroPress that you can see in the card. Tip number 2 is to measure with a scale and not with a scoop, because when you're using a scoop, you're using volume, and volume will depend on density. So what this means is that a scoop of coffee from one bag of coffee is not the same as a scoop of coffee from another bag. This will vary depending on the roast level, the origin of the coffee, the variety, and many things. So for instance, if you take 10 bags of coffee and you grab a spoon or a scoop from each one of those bags and you weigh it, you will find that there is a difference between one bag and the other, and this will directly affect the taste in your coffee. When you use a scale, you will get a more consistent cup of coffee. Number 3 is storage. According to the National Coffee Association, air, moisture, heat, and light are the worst enemies of your coffee. So avoid storing your coffee near a window where you can get sunlight, or near an oven that gets hot when you turn the oven on, or when it's moisture. Tip number 4 is water, and water is extremely important for coffee. If you don't use enough water, it will ruin your taste. And if you use too much water, you will get a very weak cup of coffee. I normally use 6 ounces for every 15 grams of coffee. And like I said in the point before, weigh your coffee. Also, the temperature is very important. If you don't reach the recommended temperature, you will also have a very weak cup of coffee, and if it's too hot, you're gonna have bad flavor. I recommend you get a kettle like this. It has a thermometer on the top, and the thermometer has a mark between 195 and 205 degrees, which is the National Coffee Association's recommendation for water temperature. Number 5, and like I promised, at the end of number 5 I'm gonna have a gift for you. And number 5 is get freshly roasted coffee. If you go to the store, grocery store, and you get the coffee that's sitting on the shelf and you try to look for the date that was roasted, you will not find it. Who knows how long that coffee's been sitting there? Instead of that, go to your local roaster, and it not only helps your local economy, but you will also get a better coffee bean. You can go to a website where roasters send their coffee, like the link I'm going to leave in the comments below. And here's your gift. If you use the code in the links below, you will get a $10 discount on your first purchase for Mistobox. Mistobox is a company that helps you determine what's the best coffee for you according to a quiz they do, and then they send you a bag every 2 weeks or every month or even every week. And if you use the code that I'm going to leave in the description, you get a $10 discount on your first purchase. Thank you for watching this video until the end, and if this is something that you're interested in listening to, or if there's any other topics you want me to talk about, please tell me in the comments below.